Hi everybody, welcome to another podcast on audit. Today we are going to do a very important chapter, that is the audit of dividend and divisible profit. So first, before starting this chapter, why are we doing this chapter? Because the dividend is a very material item for the purposes of audit. Why it is a material item? Because it affects the capital base of the company. How does it affect the capital base of the company? If in case the company did not, or the organization did not have enough divisible profits and still they are giving out dividends, that actually means that they are reducing the share capital of the company. So this is the reason why audit of dividends is done. This can form a part of your introduction or conclusion as depending upon the question. So let's begin with this. While doing the audit of the dividends, first we need to understand that what is a dividend. So basically, dividend in a layman's language is a part of profit, corporate profit, that has been set aside and declared by the company to be divided to the shareholders of the company. There are two types of shareholders of the company: equity shareholders as well as preference shareholders. However, the Companies Act 2013 section 2 subsection 35 says that there is a dividend which includes the interim dividend. So we have two types of dividends in short. First is final dividend, another one is interim dividend. What is the final dividend? Final dividend is the dividend that is paid after the close of the year. However, interim dividend is that dividend which is declared for the current year even before the year is closed. And there is also another difference in case of interim dividend as well as final dividend. For final dividend, the BOD proposes that we'll be giving final dividend, and in the GM, shareholders declare that okay, we will be giving final dividend. However, in case of interim dividend, BOD only proposes and declares both the interim dividend. दोनों के दोनों फंक्शन, प्रपोजल एंड डिक्लेरेशन, बीओडी करता है. फाइनल डिविडेंड के केस में प्रपोजल बीओडी देता है, डिक्लेरेशन जीएम करता है. आई होप यू रिमेंबर, in case of final dividend, the rate declared by the BOD cannot be increased by the shareholders at the GM. However, it can be decreased. Anyways, let's begin with this. To give the dividend, first we need to have a pool from where we are setting aside those corporate profits. तो उस pool को from where we are giving that dividend, उसको हम बोलते हैं divisible profit. तो divisible profit क्या होता है? Divisible profit is that part of profit of the company which is legally available for recommendation and distribution as the dividend of the company. अब इसको देने के लिए to provide us that what are the divisible profits, हमारे पास divisible profits जो हैं वो चार sources से आ सकते हैं. First is current year profit, second is past year profit, third is free reserves, fourth is money provided by central government or state government for the payment of dividend in case the guarantee was given by that government. और ये सब जो है ये सब होगा after charging depreciation and past losses. Once we have charged the depreciation and once we have set off the past year losses, then only these four sources are available to be distributed as dividend, either in the form of, no, let's not go to that. तो these four sources are available to be distributed as dividend. अब जब हम लोग डिविडेंड्स का ऑडिट करते हैं तो हम किस चीज़ की लीगल कंप्लायंस चेक करते हैं. आई होप यू ऑल हैव दैट चार्ट दैट वी हैव डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड टू यू इन द क्लास. उस चार्ट से पढ़िएगा, आपको ज़्यादा आसान लगेगा. Section 123 to Section 127 of Companies Act 2013, Payment of Dividend Rules 2014, Court Decisions, Contractual Obligations, AOA and MOA. Now talking about AOA, MOA कहाँ काम आता है? तो मैंने आपसे बात की current profits, past profits. What is profit? Are we talking about revenue profit? Are we talking about capital profit also? So all those capital profits which are realized in cash and the AOA mentions that they can be declared as a part of dividend, those all capital profits can be distributed, otherwise the capital profits cannot be. ठीक है. अब ऑडिटर की ड्यूटी क्या होती है? while doing the audit of dividends, the duty is to make sure that the dividend has been declared at an AGM, annual general meeting में होना चाहिए, extraordinary में नहीं. Preference shareholders should be paid before the equity shareholders of the company. Arrears on dividend of cumulative preference shares, those should also be paid before the payment of any dividend to the equity shareholders of the company. The dividend is not paid in the form of bonus shares. हम यहाँ पे जिस dividend की बात कर रहे हैं, that is cash dividend. Then on equity shares we cannot declare dividend for previous years because the final accounts of those companies have been adopted. However, in case of cumulative preference shares, dividends for the previous year or the arrears of the dividend can now be declared and paid. And then in case of listed companies, if there is any call in arrear, that should be adjusted with the amount of dividend to be given to the shareholder after giving them the notice. Then any kind of approval that is required by the company has already been taken by the company before declaring any dividend. And the last one is, and the most important one, that the dividend shall not be declared out of securities premium, capital redemption reserve, revaluation reserve, amalgamation reserve, or profit on reissue of forfeited shares, or out of profits earned prior to the incorporation of the company. You should definitely write this point. This point is very good, and it will help you fetch marks in the examination. Then what is the procedure? So first procedure in case of final dividend, वो procedural compliances की बात करें, when the auditor has to check that the auditor or the dividend has been distributed in the correct manner or not. So in case of final dividend, we check whether the BOT has proposed their final dividend and it has been declared by the shareholders at the general meeting. In case of interim dividend, we check that the board of directors have done both proposal as well as declaration of the interim dividend. Interim dividend can be declared n number of times during a year. Then after that, there are four, five steps that are common to both interim dividend as well as final dividend. What are those steps? That first, once the dividend is declared, we need to deposit the company needs to deposit the dividend in a separate bank account within 5 days of the declaration. Then within 30 days, the payment to the shareholders should be made within 30 days of such declaration. Then if the dividends are not paid within 30 days, then they have to be transferred to another unpaid dividend account, and the company needs to mention or publish the name of the shareholders on the company's website within 90 days of the transfer to the unpaid dividend account. And if the dividend is not claimed for a period of 7 years, then it is transferred to Investor Education and Protection Fund. So these are the 5 steps that have to be done, that have to be ensured while we are doing the audit of dividend. Now we talked about that there are divisible profits are of 4 types in case of final dividend: current profit, past profit, free reserves, money, and money provided by central government or state government for this purpose. So I was telling you these 4 sources are in the case of final dividend. In case of interim dividend, we only have 2 sources. First is current year P&L surplus, और चलिए हम इंटरिम डिविडेंड ना इसके बाद करेंगे, पहले मैं आपको कंफ्यूज नहीं करती हूँ. लेट मी ट्राई टू टेल यू अबाउट द फाइनल डिविडेंड ओनली. सो हमने चेक किया कि फाइनल डिविडेंड को देते वक्त उसकी प्रोसीजरल कंप्लायंसेस सही तरीके से हुई हैं क्या? यस. सेकेंड, if the final dividend is given out of past profit, then we have to check for 3 rules. What are the 3 rules that we need to check? First is that the rate of dividend should not exceed 3 years average dividend. 3 सालों का जो average dividend rate आता है उससे ऊपर you cannot declare the final dividend. Next is maximum withdrawal can be 1/10 of the paid up capital plus free reserves. उससे ज़्यादा आप dividend नहीं दे सकते हैं. And third is that the balance in the reserves should be minimum 15% of the paid up capital after we have withdrawn that amount from the reserves. And last note that first we have to set off the current year losses, previous year losses, and depreciation before declaring any kind of dividend. So these are the 3 rules that the company needs to abide by in case of declaring dividend out of past year profits and reserves. ये हो गया आपका फाइनल डिविडेंड, एक तरह से कंप्लीट हो गया है. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट आपकी बुक्स के अंदर जो हम लोगों ने इंटरिम डिविडेंड आपको क्वेश्चन आंसर्स फॉर्म में दिया हुआ है, तो वहीं से आप देखिएगा. फर्स्ट इज इंटरिम डिविडेंड जब हम देते हैं तो इंटरिम डिविडेंड कौन दे सकता है? इंटरिम डिविडेंड इज प्रपोज्ड बाय द बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स एंड इज डिक्लेयर्ड बाय द बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स ओनली. इट कैन बी गिवन n number of times during the year. What is interim dividend? It is a dividend that has been declared by the company between 2 AGMs. Okay. Now, what are the sources? What are the divisible profit in case of interim dividend? They are surplus in the P&L profits of current financial year, मतलब current year का P&L, और surplus of the previous year P&L. सिर्फ यही 2 जो sources हैं वो आपके divisible profits बनते हैं in case of interim dividend. Now there is another condition that if there are losses during the current financial year up to the end of the quarter, then the rate of dividend shall not exceed the average of the dividends during the past 3 immediate years. Otherwise कोई लिमिट नहीं होती है हमारे इंटरिम डिविडेंड के ऊपर. फाइनल डिविडेंड पे तो हमेशा लिमिट है, लेकिन इंटरिम डिविडेंड पे कब लिमिट लगती है? देन देयर आर लॉसेस ड्यूरिंग द करंट फाइनेंशियल ईयर अप टू द एंड ऑफ द क्वार्टर. अब नॉट टू मतलब this note basically that interim dividend cannot be declared out of reserves even if there was inadequacy of the profits. However, final dividend can be. फिर उसके अलावा आपको प्रोसीजरल कंप्लायंसेस चेक करनी पड़ती हैं. अब एक क्वेश्चन जो आपके एग्जाम में आ सकता है, दैट इज पेमेंट ऑफ डिविडेंड आउट ऑफ कैपिटल. सो दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. सो व्हाट आर वी ट्राइंग टू डू हियर इन द कंपनी इज पेइंग डिविडेंड आउट ऑफ द assets that have been acquired by the company with the help of the paid up capital of the company, and by doing this the company is actually reducing the share capital of the company on a voluntary basis. वैसे हम लोगों को reduction of share capital allowed नहीं होता है, NCLT के through procedure चलता है. By paying dividend out of capital the company is somehow reducing its own share capital. Okay, then section 123 actually clearly states that no dividend shall be declared or paid by any company for any financial year except for divisible profits. So we can only give dividends out of profits and not out of capital. So this is a prohibition that has been given by the Companies Act. And why is there such kind of prohibition? Because the share capital is basically meant to be used for the payment of the creditors of the company in case the company is being wind up, and not to give to the shareholders back as a dividend. Then second, such payment of dividend out of capital will amount to reduction of share capital on a voluntary basis. However, it is only allowed with the approval of NCLT. Otherwise, it is an offense under the Companies Act. Then it also affects the liquidity position of the company. So what are the instances wherein the dividends will be deemed to have been paid out of capital? मैंने आपको क्लास में इसका बहुत extensive explanation दिया था. First is revenue expenditure is booked to the capital with the aim of inflating the profits of the company. Second is company distributes the sale proceeds of the fixed assets without having any profits or reserves. Third is a company pays dividend in case of loss disclosed in profit and loss account and there was no previous year profits as well. Then in case the company does so, the shareholders have to repay the amount in case they have received such dividend with the knowledge of the facts, and the directors shall be jointly as well as severally liable to repay the amount with the interest. Then the auditor, what can auditor do to ensure that there is no payment of dividend out of capital? First, he needs to check what is the divisible profit and is there sufficient amount of divisible profits with the company. Then he needs to check कि कोई ऐसा सिचुएशन तो नहीं, कोई ऐसा अरेंजमेंट तो नहीं है जिससे हमारा पेमेंट आउट ऑफ कैपिटल हो रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल क्लोजिंग स्टॉक बीइंग ओवर वैल्यूड, लाइबिलिटीज बीइंग अंडर रिपोर्टेड. मैंने इन सब के बारे में आपसे बहुत डिटेल में डिस्कस किया था. सो दिस वाज योर चैप्टर ऑन ऑडिट ऑफ डिविडेंड्स. थैंक यू.